Oceanicard, Wade Blevins, Tawaton, Talagigantino, Unole, Tawaton, Kaliele, Chiqueto, Kohig, Josko, Nakine, Talagia de Lo Quaste, Kele. So, welcome. My name is Wade Blevins, and I'm here at RSU TV for Cherokee 3. Today is our 34th Cherokee lesson, I believe. So, as always, just do your best. Depending on what your goals are for listening to the lesson, you can interact with the lesson in different ways. I suggest that, especially kind of the first time you listen to it, to kind of listen to it passively. Just let the words kind of soak in a little bit. Don't try to actively learn them. Just listen to them. I know it sounds counterproductive, but in the case of language acquisition, less is more. So, and then over time, it just kind of starts to slowly sink in, and it starts to make sense. So, as always, we will have a reading selection. We're working on the traditional story about the snake, and then we will continue on, and we will do the informational story, I guess, about Tojuwa Sikwanid. So come, Idalena Jalagi, they want it. Okay, so this is our reading selection. Let me put my glasses on, and we'll go through really slow. We'll read it through several times, and we'll talk about each of the words, okay? So you can read along with me, or you can just sit and listen. We'll read it through enough times that hopefully it will start to sink in for you. So this is U, Wo, Du, Zhen, He. U, Wo, Du, Zhen, He. U, Na, Ze, I. Okay? I, Na, Da. U, Wo, Du, He. U, Na, Ja, Di. A, Le. U, Da, Na, Ti. Ni, Ge, Wa, Ste. Di, Ka, Na, Di, I. Okay, so probably that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to you, but hopefully at least a couple of words kind of make sense to you. We'll go through and we'll kind of play with pronunciation a little bit, and we'll see if we can't make better sense out of this. So this says Uwo du zhen una jai inad Uwo du he un jati ale udante niguste dikanti. Okay, so or dikanti. Either way is fine. So maybe some of those words may ring a bell better if we say them like that. So uwo du zhen, you can see here we have two words that are almost identical. And luckily they're stacked right one on top of the other. We have uwo du zhen he, and then we have uwo du he. Okay, probably you already know that the word uwo du or uwo du he means beautiful, right? And then this uwo du zhen he, it's like exceedingly beautiful, okay? Uwo du zhen. So uwo du zhen he. So it was really, really beautiful. Una day, the nearest that I spoke with several speakers about this word una day, and it's kind of like all over, okay? So it was really beautiful all over. The enod, the snake. The snake was really pretty all over. Uwo duhi, unjati had pretty patterns, okay? We talked about this unjati being striped or speckled or polka dotted. Different communities kind of translate in different ways, and probably the nearest we can come up with is it has this, because we've already learned the word like julolti has stripes, and so we have dudadatla, dudadatla has spots, so we already know other specific words for like striped and polka dotted. So in talking with some speakers and some linguists and stuff, we kind of came up with that probably this word unjati, it means it has some sort of a pattern, okay? So uwo duhi unjati, it has a pretty pattern. Ale and udante negoste de kante. So it looked really friendly, okay? Udante, friendly. We learned that from the story about Redbird. Negoste de kante. De kante means they have the look of, okay? So let's read back through it one more time, and you can go ahead and try and read through it with me. Uwo du jahi, una jai inad, uwo du hi, un jati, ale, udante, niguste, di kanti. Okay, uwo du jahi, un jai inad, uwo duhi, unjati, ale, udante, diguste, dikanti. Okay, so which word out of this paragraph up here, which one of these words means snake? Okay, which one means snake? Snake. This one right here, this enad, enad, enad. Okay, what about, which word up here means and? And. Right here, ale, ale. Okay. Which one means friendly? Friendly. This one here, udante, udante, udante. Which one means pretty? Pretty. This one right here, uwo duhi, uwo duhi. And what about really pretty, exceedingly pretty? This one right here, uwo du jahi. And what about it has some kind of a pattern, striped or speckled or spotted? Unjati, unjati. This one right here. Okay? Good job. Okay, so and then of course next time we'll continue with another sentence from this story. I'm really enjoying this story. And of course, here on the right, you can see a picture that I took of the story from the actual book, and which I think is really cool. So, but I don't know if you're this way, but me, whenever I see a full page of nothing but Cherokee syllabary, it kind of intimidates me a little bit, and it kind of seems like an insurmountable task. But if we just take it just a little bit at a time, just one sentence at a time, and kind of work our way through it, one word at a time, then we can get a better understanding of not only the language itself, but we can also get a better understanding of how the language functions, and how first language speakers, kind of how they think, or what the thought processes are. Okay, so let's review our story about Tojuwa Sequanid, and then we'll add a couple sentences to it, okay? So I'm going to go through at a medium pace, okay? Just sit back, listen, see if you can remember where we are in the story. So, Hiyoligis hia askai ayetli chikadog. Niole ganyik Redbird Smith do don't eh. Tojuwa Sequanid do don't eh. Talagi ganti. Sida ojali he liga hi in julsked askai. Sawu iyagayul chanel skoit skuhig skohi. Ude ne Tojuwa Sequanid. Kohijik guye goni sonela dusine ojali heli gon ude tiyiska tlaskin do yoganto do ude tiyiska. Tojuwa Sequanid ude tiyiska yi nurstan. Ani gedu wagi ani yanwi ya gatiyo anego. Gado ke Tojuwa Sequanid ulskejik. Tojuwa udod Pig Smith do don't eh. Sequanid jalagi ganti do don't eh. Only Smith ani yoneg do no eh. Ase go tlun na unski jage san yi yusti. Okay, let me read through that one more time. I'll go a little slower so I don't trip over my words so much. Tojuwa udod Pig Smith do don't eh. Sequanid jalagi ganti do don't eh. Only Smith ani yoneg do no eh. Ase go tlun na unski jage san yusti. Tojuwa uji Lizzie Hildebrand do don't eh. Ijul ajalagi ale adejege se. Jalagi uweti distoski dalanstane ha Lizzie udod. Ijul jukayelege uweti jalagi nandane ha duno hiyune. Đi da na whisky ge se u dod. Nu te na se to juwa ani ka yeleke di ni na whisky. Uni no sele si kwani to juwa di da tine hi ni da gals tani sa. Klaskin he hesti ni gals tana. Si kwanid u na sa agusa sam to juwa u te hyod. A no ji a yangwi ya ge se agusa sam. Nuls tanen a le u weti uni no hetlan ani jalaki ani gusa a le ani noji da tahe agusa sam. Osta a te lo kwaski ge he do juwa. U danto a le ton gawoniski ge ha. Du yukta no le ji yukta ge he. Sawu iagayol chanelsko hitsko sonelsko tojuwa ani geduwagi ajista negesta skadugi didati ni dohi gehe. Nahi yu chikesa talagi aneha ahya tohi ha gehe. Une gujit nanda neha. Talagi ayetli udigal udigale yoja gesa. Udigale yoja gesa. Okay. Talagi ayetli udigale yoja gesa. Danatli ha un lena ha un dalena un datliga. Squeezed ani yoneg ane he. Tla unelagi elisa yigese. Ani yoneg du do tlasa uduli he. Aya tasti ani jalagi ane ha. Ani yoneg das commission uno tlane. Duni sesti ane ha ane jalagi. I'm gonna have to fix that right there. This should be tlane uno tlane. Ani yoneg das commission uno tlane. Duni sesti ane ani zalagi. Das commission unduli he ayetli unitisti gadon ani zalagi. Gadon uni he nigod ani zalagi. Kla ani yawi ani ansiya we ha. Oh, ansiya we ha you guess, eh? Okay, so let's read back through this one again. Gadon uni he nigod ani jalagi. Kla ansiya we ha you guess, eh? Okay, ansiya we ha. Ani yoneg unduli he duni ne ti ga don nikod ani talaki ane ha. No le duni skoli doti duni skoli doti ani yoneg una deti ga don un teti un de una deti ga don. Okay, let's read through that one more time. No le duni skoli doti ani yoneg una deti ga don. Kla una duli ske ani jalage yi nur stoti. Okay, so that's as far as we're going to go. So as you can see, some of these are brand new. So we're going to go back. Let's see. Let's go back to right here. Okay. And even if we've done this one before, it won't kill us to do it again. So this says gadon, and of course we know that can be one of two things. It can be gadon, what, or gadon, like the land or the earth, right? Gadon, the land. Okay. Unihe. Unihe means they owned, okay? Gadon unihe nikod anitalaki. Nikod, all anitalaki, all Cherokee people, okay? So, gadon unihe nikod anitalaki. Okay, so the earth, they owned it, all Cherokees. Tla, not, anisiyawiha, anisiyawiha, yagese, not as individuals, okay? Anisiyawiha means a solitary individual. Anisiyawiha. Okay, you see this this word Yahweh right here, meaning a person or something like that. Ani si Yahweh, huh? Okay, you guess it. So this whole sentence taken together, Gado uni he nikad ani jalagi tla ani si Yahweh ha you guess it. So all Cherokees owned the land, not as individuals. So they own the land, all the Cherokees together, not as individuals, okay? They held land in common. Okay, so let's read through it one more time. Let's go through it together. Okay. Ga don uni he ni ga da ani jalagi kla ani si wi ha yi ge se. You guess it. Okay? All right. Let's work our way through this one here. So, this one says, ani yoneg, una du li he, du ni ne di. Okay? Du ne di. Okay? Du ni ne di. Ga don ni ga da ani jalagi ane, huh? Okay? So ani yoneg, we know that word means white people or Europeans, right? Undulihe, they wanted. So if this was going to be changed, undulihe, to he wanted, only one individual wanted, not all Europeans, but only one European wanted, ayoneg, how would this word undulihe, how would it change? What would you say instead? You would say udulihe, you'd take the na out, okay? So it would be, instead of ani yoneg undulihe, it would be ayoneg udulihe. So one white person wanted, but in this case, it's ani yoneg. The white people as a people, undulihe, they wanted. Okay? Dunihne ti. That's to give them to them, okay? So we're talking about a plural subject and a plural object, which is a little grammarly, right? Just know that the do part here means to give more than one thing, and the uni means more than one person received it, okay? So if it said uni neti, that means that it would give all of the people one thing, right? It would give all the people one single thing to gift to them, right? Uni neti, to give it to them, okay? And if it just said du neti, would be to give them to him, to one person, okay? Du neti. But here it says du ni neti, to give them to them, to give more than one thing to more than one person, okay? So, gadon, okay, land. So in this case, they're giving land, right? They're gifting land. So the white people wanted to gift land, okay? ani yoneg undulihe duni neti gadon nikata ani zalagi aneha. So real quick, let's just take a moment to kind of we'll finish the sentence, and then I want to go back to these verbs, and we'll kind of pull up a blank piece or a blank slide, and we'll kind of work our way through it, and maybe seeing it will kind of help it click for you. Okay, Nigod, all, Anijalagi, Cherokee people, Aneha, that were living. Okay. So the white people wanted to gift land to all living Cherokees, okay? Aneha. So all the Cherokees that were, right? All right, so real quickly, we're going to just duplicate this slide, and let's get rid of the syllabary part, and let's just work with this. Okay, so we have the word unadulihe, undulihe. They wanted it, okay? They wanted it, undulihe. Okay, now if we added a D to that and we said dun duli he, that would then change to they wanted them. Okay, and then if we just said duli he, and we took the na out, he wanted it, or she. Let's be equal opportunity here. Okay, he or she wanted it. Okay, you could also say lihe. Okay, and that would be he or she wanted them. Okay, and then we learned this duni neti. Okay, duni neti. Okay, and this ending on the end, this D at the end makes it infinitive. So so it would be to give them to them. Okay, so we have a plural object and a plural subject, right? Okay. Now, if we change that and we said do neti, okay, we took the ni out of there, do neti. We still have a plural object. We're still talking about to give more than one thing, but we're only giving it to one individual. We're giving lots of things to one person, okay? Duneti, to give them to him or her, okay? Then we could say uni neti, okay? To give it, to give one thing to them, okay? And then finally, let's see, uneti, I think is what's uneti, okay? To give it, to give one thing to him or her. Okay? So you can kind of see how that all works, right? So I will bring this up. All right. And we can see it better here. So in the story, or let's go back here, okay? Una duli he, un duli he, duni neti. So that's how it is in the story. Ani yoneg un duli he, duni neti ka to ni ka da ni chalagi ane, huh? Right? And so the first one, un duli he, okay? You could also say una duli he, okay? Just depends on the circumstance, depends on the community, okay? And that's they wanted it. They wanted one thing, okay? And dun du li he, they wanted them, okay? So this undu li he, of course, what they wanted, they just wanted to give, right? They wanted to give land. They wanted one thing. But it could also be they wanted a horse, okay? So gwil undu li he, they wanted a horse, okay? But if we said so gwil dundu li he, then they wanted horses, okay? They wanted more than one horse, okay? Maybe each person wanted their own horse, right? So gwil udu li he, he or she wanted a horse. So gwil du li he, he or she wanted horses, wanted more than one horse, okay? And then duni neti, to give them to them. Duni neti. Excuse me. And if we were giving more than one thing to only one individual, it would be duneti. Okay? If we were giving only one thing to a lot of people, uni neti. And if we were giving one thing to one person, uneti. Okay? So hopefully you can see how that works. And probably by now this you have already figured this out. But I did just want to take a moment to kind of point that out. Okay? All right. So then we're going to go on with this sentence here. This says, nole, du ni skoli do di. Okay? Du ni skoli do di. Okay? Ani yoneg un na te di. Un te di. Okay? Gadon. Okay? So, nole, and then duni skoli doti, to live ani yoneg, the whites, un teti, allow, gadon, on the land, okay? So, and then they allowed them, the white people, to live on the land, okay? Nole, ani skoltote, dunhi, ani yoneg, un teti, gadon, okay? Nole, dun skoltote, Skoltoti, Duni Skoltoti. Ani Yoneg, Untehti Katon. And then to live, the white people, they allowed on the earth, okay? All right, so we just have a little bit of time, so let's go back through here. We'll go right here. All right, and let's just go through, we'll read through it one more time, and then we'll pick out individual words, okay? So, Katon uni he nigad ani chalaki tla ani siyawi ha yige se. Ani yoneg unduli he duni neti katon nigad ani chalaki ane ha. No le dun skoltoti ani yoneg teti katon. Okay. All right. So, katohyat, kato, yonegi ganti. Katohyat katon, yonegi ganti. So, how do you say katon in English? Okay. Katohyat katon, yonegi ganti. Okay. Land. Katohyat nigada. Katohyat nigada. Katohyat nigada. All. Okay. Katohyat ani siyawi ha. Ani siyawi ha. Ani siyawi ha. Individual. An siyawi ha. Katohyat uni he. Katohyat uni he. Uni he. They owned it. Uni he. They owned it. Katohyat ani chalaki. Katohyat ani chalaki. The Cherokee people. Katohyat. Cherokee people. Okay, so this unihe, they owned. Now, in this case, did they own one thing or did they own more than one thing? Unihe. They owned one thing, right? Because if they owned more than one thing, dunihe, there would be a D sound in the front. Dunihe. Okay. Katohyat undulihe. Katohyat undulihe. Undulihe. They wanted it. Katohyat nikata. Katohyat nikata. All. Katohyat ani yoneg. Katohyat ani yoneg. White people, okay, Europeans. Katohyat duni neti. Katohyat duni neti. Okay, to give them to them, right? Duni neti. Katohyat aneha. 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 They lived, they existed, they were there. Katohyat katon. Katohyat katon. Land. Katohyat anitalaki. Katohyat anitalaki. The Cherokee people. Okay? Katohat nole. Katohat nole. Nole. And then Katohat anioneg. Katohat anioneg. White people. Katohat katon. Katohat katon. Land. Katohat undehti. Katohat undehti. They allowed. Katohat tuniskoltotti. Tuniskoltotti. And that's going to be to live, okay, in this sentence, okay? We have one more sentence, and I'll just read it really quickly. We won't go over it, but in our next lesson, we will go over this one. So, Hla yundu liske ani jalaki yinur stote. Okay. Hla yundu liske ani jalaki yinur stote. All right. Okay, so that brings us pretty much to the end of our class. Hopefully, things every time you tune in, hopefully more and more starts to make sense, more and more starts to click. Don't worry if you don't understand every single thing on there, okay? Everyone learns at their own rate and their own pace. And so just take it as it comes. Take what value you can from it. And then the more times you listen to it, the more times you're exposed to it, the more you'll start to acquire at different times. So I do want to say just keep at it. You're doing great. From all of us here at RSU TV and Cherokee Nation, I want to say wadon and dondago hae.